how they have become so angry because they actually saw what happened in Marikana. And I hope you understand that I didn't jump on workers and say, stop singing, and so forth. No, they sang. And then at a particular point, I had to, out of emotions, provide leadership. Now, you're raising an issue about our workers. We're saying Numsa is not deciding for workers which political party. True, we don't organize workers on the basis whether you're from DA, IFP, and everything else. We organize the license to join Numsa is to carry a scarf-tin. If you carry a scarf-tin, you're welcome in the National Union of Metal Workers. Now, all political parties, starting from whoever, WASPU, DLF, even people who are our friends in EFF and anywhere else, wanted to be in this Congress. We have taken a conscious decision as a union to tell those political parties that please stay home. This is a parliament of metal workers. Metal workers must be allowed to debate and discuss. Next year, we will have a conference on socialism, Comrade Khan. We might invite everybody who says he is for socialism and everything else. That's what would happen. And therefore, we have not, where, for instance, members on the basis of a political party which they belong to, they will come to this conference and want to use this conference to pursue their political ambition of their political party. As Numsa General Secretary, who is a custodian of the Constitution, I have got a duty and a responsibility to make sure that metal workers must know that we are here not to represent any other political party. And you can't be creating a problem because you like WASPU. Then we're not going to have a platform to discuss freely as metal workers purely because WASPU said you must do this or EFF said you must do this. And to date, I think metal workers understand that perfectly, and the conference is running very smooth. That's why I'm saying I think you're very naughty. All right. Can we be allowed to go back to the conference?
The question on withdrawing from the alliance and the new party spots.
No, I mean, that question about withdrawing to the alliance is basically seeking to preempt the discussion that is currently taking place. I mean, there's a discussion, a thoroughgoing discussion about, which I already answered on the elections and the traditional role we've played in the past. The fact that if you read our report, we're very critical of the South African Communist Party. We're very critical of the ANC. We think that there is a debate that is taking place that the working class must organize itself as a class for itself. There's a debate, for instance, about the movement for socialism, which will be anchored around campaigning for realizing the Freedom Charter. There is a debate about forming an independent vanguard party. And all those will be announced tomorrow as to what is the outcome. For now, I can't be able to express myself on that.
All right. Okay, just hold on. Because all of us taxpayers' money go to the public broadcaster, I'm going to give them the last chance and then we close. SABC? What time is the presentation?
I think it's the police. I think you're asking a very tricky question. Look, the position we're taking is a rock to the bottom position. As Numsa, we will not celebrate the killing of any worker. It's possible that somebody can say these very same workers, and I know in the discourse of Marikana, and that's a big question, that by the way, there were other workers who were killed, and the allegation and the eyes and the fingers are pointing to those workers who were in the mountain. We are not saying anybody's got a right to kill anybody. And the people whom we pay our taxes to stop anybody not to kill, who are also not allowed to kill, is the police. They must arrest anybody who's got an agenda to kill who's killing. And police cannot, in the process of not finding a person who would have killed, say on another side and decide that, you know what? We're not sure who killed, but there are these people in the mountain. And as long as these people are in the mountain, we feel that there will still be killings. The best thing to do is to finish them in the mountain. What kind of a society are we living in? Where basically the police, they did what they did of really taking live ammunition to massacre workers in the name of ending the feud that existed there. I honestly think that the police had all the capacity. They could have camped there. They could have used water, cannons. They could have used tear gas. They could have really disarmed those workers if the issue was the weapons that they were handling. COSATU and the special conference, and us walking out of COSATU, I have been in pains in the build-up towards this conference, that there has never been a Numsa decision to leave COSATU. And I've been explaining that, in fact, Numsa wants COSATU to continue to be a shield and a spear. Numsa wants COSATU to implement firmly the 11 Congress resolutions and the campaigns that were resolved in that particular Congress. Fourthly, we have taken a campaign to defend Zwelinze Mavavi. And secondly, to the extent that the leadership is in a state of paralysis, we're saying we should go to a special conference, which the leadership of the Federation doesn't want that conference to take place. They are, and to this effect, we have written them a letter now, putting them on terms because they are now violating the Constitution. The Constitution is very clear. It says if the 1/3 of COSATU affiliates convene, petition the president for a special conference, the president must convene the special conference. It's not me, it's the Constitution. And it says those affiliates will also give the president an agenda, and the president, when he issued a notice of convening the special conference, he will attach in that notice the agenda for convening of that special conference. Suddenly, there is a serious belief from Comrade Stumo that those affiliates who didn't petition for special conference, they must now decide what must be the agenda of that special conference. Where have you seen that? I mean, why in the very first place you could have that 1/3 in the Constitution if first you would have to, all affiliates would have to agree on the agenda for the special conference. So as we stand here, there is a violation of COSATU Constitution, and we've written to COSATU, we've put them on terms in relation to that, and we will take measures to make sure that the special conference is convened. We don't rule out, for instance, to go to court to actually push COSATU to convene that special conference. That special conference would have to debate the current impulse. That special conference would have to elect leadership from where we stand. And I think that's a real thing that makes people to have flu about convening that special conference. Because workers want the special conference.
Thank you very much, and see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, be ready at 10, just outside the venue, because we anticipate by 10 we would be ready to present the declaration. Thank you very much.
Carl?
Oh, and you said 10 tomorrow. At the main.
Trust
the main
This, yeah, I was a bit late, so I had to throw it, but it's fine. The sound is good on this.
Hey.
No, it's one of the journalists. They recorded him.
If you don't mind, because it seems, as you said, when you opened up, you said to me, when you said to us here, you have no reason to lie. No, that's fine. Leave it right.
Oh, okay.
Wanting to turn to me. Like